I'm working on this mosaic house number sign, and I thought I'd take the opportunity just to explain some of the materials I use for outdoor mosaics, and also how I permanently hang them up afterwards. So the base that I'm using for this is a foam board. It's very lightweight, and as I said, it's got foam in the middle and it's got some concrete on either side to reinforce it. And these are actually used in bathrooms under tiles, so they are water resistant, which means that they're also good against frost. They don't absorb water. That also makes them good for mosaics because I pretty much use the same materials. I'm using glass on this one, but I'm sticking it all down with tile adhesive, and that sticks perfectly well to these as well. You can get them in a few different sizes and colors depending on the brand, down to I think a few millimeters and up to, I don't know, quite a lot of centimeters, maybe 10 centimeters. I like to work with the 2 centimeter ones because then you get sort of a nice edging as well on your mosaic. This is going up outside on a wall and I want to attach it permanently, so just screw it in. But I can't just screw into these boards because of the foam. It's just gonna, well, the screw is just gonna pull all the way through. So I use these fixing plates. I got these in Bauhaus, and anywhere where you can get these, I'll add some links in the description. Anywhere you can get these, you can also get these for sure, because they're made for the same thing. So basically, I'm just gonna be using a couple of these. And what they do is just that when you put a screw through them, they just make sure that the screw head is not going to be pulled through the board. In this one, I've decided to add 2. It's not going to weigh so much, but if I only add 1, there's a risk of it turning around. So I'm going to add 2. And basically, I'm just going to do the mosaic as I normally would. I've made some little sketch marks to make enough space for these. But I'm going to start by filling out the rest of the mosaics, and then I'll get back to how we sort the last bit out. Okay, so now it's been covered in mosaics, except for these parts. And we're just going to wait until tomorrow when it's completely dry. Okay, it's the next day. I'm going to grout all of it, except for these parts. After giving it a day to dry, it's now ready to hang up. I'm just going to use this awl to poke holes through the board where the screws go. How you proceed next depends on the surface you're hanging it up on. This one is going on a brick wall, so first I need to drill the holes, and then I need to add wall plugs to make sure that the screws stay in properly. At this point I realized I needed a hammer for that. Now I can finally attach it to the wall. Just remember to use the fixing plates. All that's left to do now is cover up these fixing plates with the rest of the mosaic. I did that while precariously balancing on the ladder. Once it was all dry, I then grouted these last bits and cleaned it all up, first using a damp cloth and then an old piece of fabric to polish it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.